Find your middle war. To me it's what we do in the Lord. I feel the heat coming off of the blacktop, and it makes me want it more. Because I'm hyped up out of control. If it's a fight, I'm ready to go. I wouldn't put my money on the other.
Here we go. Game 1 of the second semifinal match between Boom Headshot, also known as Dark Lord Dan, and IMRobB. First game is going to be on MLG dual site, just like in the first series. Dan, you're supposed to be playing Zerg, not Protoss. You signed up as Zerg, didn't you? No, he signed up as Protoss. Alright, he's good. Alright. We have Dan spawning over in the 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock position, whatever you want to call it, as the pink Zerg, or purple, whatever you want to call that color. I think it's pink. And then we have Dan as a red Protoss. I know Dan is prone to cannon rushing from time to time, but I hope we don't see that because it'd just be a quick game. Alright. So we have a Course 9 pylon going down for Dan. Queued up his probe. He should have been like Huck, and when he queued it up, made it as a heart. The waypoints is a heart. But no, he's no Huck, so he will not do that. Gateway coming down here. Will it be a 12 gateway or 13? Actually, I think it's going to be 12. Yeah, it'll be a 12 gate. That's 12 gate. Standard is 13, but really it doesn't really matter between 12 and 13, depending on your build. Chrono boosting probes. Good, 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 good. Rob droning up, taking a gas, dropping down a pool. Early speed links. Maybe a Baneling or two. The Baneling busts generally aren't that as effective against Protoss because Stalkers are out much earlier. And you can really do SimCity with Protoss as well. A lot more than Terran. Because your probes can just back off and instantly build another thing, unlike Terran SCVs, which have to finish building something before they can continue on to something else. As soon as the gateway finishes, throwing down a Cyber Core. Maybe starting a Zealot, or maybe he'll skip the Zealot, but he calls down the Cyber Core. It looks like a wall off. Oh no, Dan is lagging. Come on, Dan. Dan, come on. Yeah, he needs to move the Cyber Core and place it right there. There we go. Now he has a small gap that one Zealot will be able to block off. Dan is taking his gas, also dropping down a second pylon there. Ooh, he hit a pylon inside of the base of Rob. That is killer. If Rob does not scout this pylon, which I don't think he has not seen the pylon, so we know Rob will be in for hurting if he doesn't spot that by the time Warp Gate is on the field. Sending out 4 lings now. Metabolic boost has been started. And look at the little Scant feed. Isn't he so cute? Send down this drone to make a hatchery. Once he gets 300 minerals, which is right now. Throwing down that hatchery. Second queen, or first queen, is now finishing up. Gonna use that for larva inject, sending his probes, or I mean not probes, oh my god. Sending his Zerglings out to the other side of the map. Getting an Overlord. It's a nice Overlord position against Protoss as you get it around this edge, and then just bring it right up here. And then in order to scout for the expansion, generally you just sit one right there and watch for the minerals. Or you can run a ling right up to the front. When Protoss's Forge fast expand, it's easy to tell because they put the pylon there, and then the Forge there. And then the Nexus. So he's got a Zealot wall off. He's got a second gateway going down right in view of the ramp. Voice cracking, not good. Second gas has been thrown down. Still droning up here from Rob. Still got that pylon there. He has not scouted the pylon. Nope. So, throwing down a third gateway now. Metal block boost is 10 seconds from finishing, getting a sentry. Warp gate is now almost halfway through. It is now halfway through. He should be chrono boosting that or probes. Chrono boost isn't doing anything in the moment, which is not good. Making 3 overlords here, making sure he does not get supply blocked, which he was for a short time there. Making a stalker now for Dan coming out. Drops down the 4th gate, be a 4 gate. And this pylon has not been scouted. This is going to be detrimental. If he warps in 4 zealots right there and then waits for a sentry to warp in right there, he can force field the ramp so none of the units or lings that are out here can get up to the ramp and just run rampant with his things in the drones. He throws down a roach warren. Rob, or bleh, I am so mixed up right now. Rob does see the pylon now. He can see the pylon with that roach warren that he just laid down. Or more likely the drone that was at the roach warren. But he needs to take out that pylon ASAP, or else it's going to kill him. Dan needs to remember that he can warp in that pylon now, because Dan can see this. If Dan can see this, it means when that building is finished, Rob is going to be able to see it. He's got 4 warp gates just finishing up now. So most likely we'll see a small move out and then a warp in right here. Now you can also warp in on low ground with this pylon, but most likely it's going to be used right here. He's throwing down a Forge and a Twilight Council, maybe for Blink, plus 2 upgrades with the Forge. Got a Spine Crawl and Revolution Shaper, taking the gas. It is natural, only 1 gas though. Oh, warp in 4 Zealots here. Going right in, going for the Queen first, and then the drones. Queen, good choice. Limit the production of the Zerg army. But if he waited for that 1 force field with the Sentry, he could have force fielded that off. It's the most annoying thing in the world for a Zerg. Zealots, if they benefit tremendously from a +1 attack from the upgrades, they kill Zerglings in 2 hits instead of 1. Or I mean 3. 2 hits instead of 3. And it is just ridiculously powerful. Looks like we got a little bit more lag here coming from Dan, most likely. Moving out with the rest of his units now. 3 more Stalkers have been warped in on the pylon. But he's targeting the Roach Warren, and these Stalkers are going to die, which is not good. He needs to keep those alive. And there they go. Now he has 2 Zealots, 2 Focuses down the spawning pool. There's some drones sitting here. He really should pull the drones down here to mine. They still got the Zealots running around. Oh, looks like he gets nice surround. Nice surround on that Zealot as well, but those have full shields. They'll be able to take out the majority of those. And here we have Sentries and Stalker taking out the Spine Crawler. The damage repulsiveness from these force fields don't overlap, or Guardian Shields I should say. They don't overlap. So putting 2 up here does not help with just putting 1. You'd have the same amount of DPS coming to your units. If he force fields this and then force fields all the drones in there, that would be so sick. But he's far enough away that he will not be able to get those off. He really should be warping in more units from this pylon right now and taking out the drones that were just transferred. But he's starting a Spine Crawler. 2 Spine Crawlers up here. Try to protect his spawning pool. And he's essentially right now sacrificing his natural expansion. I don't know why he's warping in all the way from down here. And Rob calls GG. Right after these Zealots get moved in. I think they're Zealots. No, they're 4 Stalkers. 4 Stalkers are warped in there as well. Game 1 goes